Most kids get confused in word problems involving subtraction. So let's understand this in a very simple and step by step way. We will also learn the keywords which will help you to understand whether your word problem needs subtraction or not. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learning Maths with Namita. So we'll start with a simple word problem. So there is a fruit seller selling mangoes, all right? So he had 59 mangoes with him, all right? He sold off, let's suppose 35 mangoes, okay? He sold off 35 mangoes. Now we need to find out after selling 35 mangoes, how many mangoes are left with him, okay? We understand the question, all right? Okay, now let's see what we need to do first. We need to find the numbers, all right? So first, what do we do? Step 1 is you understand the story, okay? Understand the story. Second is that you find the numbers, okay? So the story is very simple here, that there is a person who is selling mangoes, and initially he had 59 mangoes with him, and during the day he sold off 35 mangoes, right? Now there are some mangoes left with him and we need to find that number, all right? So understand the story, done. Find the numbers. We have 59 and we have 35. Okay. So we already found the numbers. Now, which number will be subtracted from which number? This also is a very important part of subtraction. So you're able to give away something only when you already have that thing, right? So the fruit seller started with 59 mangoes and he sold 35 mangoes, right? So 35 will be subtracted from 59. Okay, the smaller number is always subtracted from bigger number. Now 59 minus 35, what is it? That's what we are going to solve, right? So now we will write it in a vertical column representation, and we will be very careful that our numbers are aligned in perfect, all digits are perfectly aligned, all right? Now these are ones digit and these are tens digit, okay? Now 9 minus 5, we know 4, and 5 minus 3 is 2, all right? So the seller had 24 mangoes left with him. We got our answer, correct? So after selling 35 mangoes, the fruit seller had 24 mangoes left. I hope this is clear, correct? Now, let us take another example where we need to use the concept of borrowing or regrouping. So let's suppose there are 72 cars in a parking lot, okay? And gradually we see that 28 cars drove away, okay? Now we need to find out how many cars are still there in the parking. How many cars are still there in the parking lot? Clear? Again, we'll follow the same process. Understand the story first. Okay, so we already understood the story, right? It is that there are 72 cars in the parking lot and 28 cars are not there now. Okay, they drove away. So how many cars are still there? So the numbers that we have is, the numbers are 72 and 28. So we will subtract 28 from 72. There were total 72 cars initially in the parking lot, right? And some of them are not there anymore. We need to find out how many are still there. Okay. Let's write it like this. Now, here we see we can write one sentence just for our understanding. This is not mandatory to write. Okay. Now, 2 minus 8, not possible. 8 cannot be subtracted from 2, right? Then how do we proceed? We will borrow from its neighbor. 2 will borrow from its neighbor. So when it borrow 1, 10, it becomes, instead of 2, it will become 12. Alright. Now 12 minus 8 we'll do. 12 minus 8 is what? 4. So this 4 will come here. One more thing. This changes. 2 changed to 12 because it borrowed. है ना? 7 gave away something. So it is no more 7. It will be reduced to 6. Now 6 minus 2 gives us 4. So this 4 will come here. Alright. So that is how the regrouping or borrowing happens. Alright. So 72 minus 28 is 44. So there are 44 cars still in the parking lot. Alright. Now there is another kind of word problem which involves comparison. Okay, I'll give you one example. Let's suppose there are two students and they appeared in an exam. So Amy got 32 marks and Elise got 29 marks. Okay, in maths exam, let's say. Now, first we need to tell who got more marks. Okay, who got more marks than the other, and also by how much, what was the difference, or we can say like that. Okay, it can also be said like what was the difference in their marks, or we can say by how much. All right, so story is clear, but it is pretty simple. There was an exam. We are talking about two students, Emmy and Elise. They got marks 32 and 29 respectively. We need to find out who got more. So comparison of numbers we have already done in our previous videos, right? I will mention the link in the description box. You can go visit that video. All right. So first find the numbers. So 32 and 29. This is 3 tens and 2 ones. This is 2 tens and 9 ones. So if we look at the tens digit, 3 is greater than 2. So 32 is greater than 29. So who got more marks? Amy got higher marks, or Amy got more marks than Elise, right? Okay, this part is done. Now by how much? So what was the difference? That we will get to know by subtracting these two numbers. So we'll do vertical subtraction. 2 minus 9, not possible. Borrowing will be done. So instead of 2, it becomes 12. We do 12 minus 9. It gives us 3. So we will write here 3. And 3 will be reduced to 2 because it gave away, right? Now 2 minus 2, we get 0. So Amy got more marks than Alice. We can say Amy got 3 marks more higher than Alice, right? So we got answer for this part also. Alright, so here the subtraction happened, but it involved comparison of numbers as well. Alright, now I want you to try all these three problems totally by yourself. Look at the question, pause the video, solve it by yourself, and then resume the video and see how you have done, whether there was any mistake or not, right? That's a good way to practice and check at the same time. All right, now let's discuss some keywords, or we can also say clue words, which will help you to understand whether you need to use subtraction in the word problem or not. All right. So keywords that you need to look for is, first we can look for left or fewer or difference, right? Difference and more than or less than. Okay. Then we can also have remaining. Okay. We can also have remaining. So these words help you to understand that you need to subtract. If you're feeling confused, you are a bit not clear, then you can look for these keywords and you can be sure about whether to use subtraction or not. All right. So keep practicing and let me know in the comment section what topic next you would like to learn. If these videos helped you, kindly subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.